Chapter 1: The Spark of Wisdom. Many people think wisdom is handed to you, but Carl Icahn shows us that it is earned through relentless curiosity and disciplined observation. When he first started investing in the 1970s, he was not yet the billionaire most people hear about. He was a young man working at a brokerage and reading the ticker tape on a cramped office desk. He learned that each number on a share's price is just a snapshot. True value comes from understanding the underlying business, the team, and the market forces. This early lesson became the foundation of Icahns' approach to both wisdom and leadership. Icahn once said in an interview that the longer you wait to act, the more likely you are to miss the opportunity. This advice underlines a simple truth: opportunity is rare, but preparation is plentiful. To apply it, start a simple journal. Each day, write down a decision you made, the information you had, and the outcome. Review these entries weekly to see how many times you misread the situation or delayed unnecessarily. By seeing patterns in your own decisions, you grow wiser over time. Another key insight comes from Icahns' experience at E&J Corp in the 1980s. He purchased a small stake and later managed a hostile takeover. Through that episode, he learned that true leadership is not about owning the boardroom, but about influencing the narrative and persuading others that a vision is worth pursuing. When you confront a difficult decision, ask yourself, which narrative will most likely lead to lasting value? Conclusion: Icahns' early life teaches us that wisdom begins with awareness and the courage to act. The most effective leaders read beyond the numbers and prepare to step into the future before others have even seen it. If you are enjoying this, like, share, and subscribe. Follow for more wisdom and leadership. Reflective question: how often do you pause to observe before you act, and what could you learn from those moments? Chapter 2: Principles of a Daring Leader. Icahns' career is a textbook of 5 core principles that shape his leadership style: patience, calculated risk, relentless curiosity, value focus, and stakeholder respect. Patience: Icahn famously held investments for many years, letting companies grow before he pushed for change. This reminds us that good leaders wait for the right moment rather than forcing results. Try it by picking one project you need to finish and set a deadline that is realistic yet far enough away to avoid rushing. Calculated risk is another hallmark. Icahn would only take on leverage when he was entirely comfortable with the upside potential. Model this by creating a simple risk matrix for every major decision, evaluating both the probable gains and the worst-case scenario. Relentless curiosity came into play when Icahn read everything from legal filings to industry white papers, often discovering hidden opportunities. Adopt this habit by setting a goal to read one new industry report each month and summarize the main points, connecting them to your own goals. Value focus kept Icahns' investments aligned with real economic drivers, not speculative hype. When reviewing a business, ask what truly makes it valuable: quality products, loyal customers, or strategic assets. Stakeholder respect is evident in Icahns' public negotiations. He knows that a company can only thrive if employees, customers, and partners feel heard. This calls for listening more than speaking. Practice by scheduling regular feedback sessions with your team and sincerely implementing feasible suggestions. Conclusion: Icahns' principles illustrate that a daring leader balances patience with bold action, curiosity with disciplined analysis, and personal ambition with collective benefit. If you are enjoying this, like, share, and subscribe. Follow for more wisdom and leadership. Reflective question: which of Icahns' 5 principles feels most alien to your current way of leading, and what small step could you take to integrate it? Chapter 3: How Icahn Applied Wisdom. Icahns' greatest teaching moments came when he confronted powerful enterprises. In 1974, he targeted a company for takeover by first buying a minority stake, studying its operations, and then presenting a clear, value-driven plan to board members. His success proved that a well-structured argument, rooted in data and patience, can shift leadership dynamics. Icahns' famous quote, "The act of taking is the ultimate act of leadership," reflects the idea that owning a part of a decision forces you to be responsible for the outcome. Apply this by volunteering for projects that push your boundaries, take ownership over tasks that others might shy away from, and see the growth that follows. When Icahn led corporate restructures, he also focused on maintaining employee morale. The lesson? True leadership is about aligning purpose with people. Ask yourself, how can you restructure your own workspace to maximize both productivity and happiness? Icahns' activism demonstrates how wisdom can guide large-scale change. He would often partner with other investors to bring a company's strategy into sharper focus. This teaches that collaboration is essential. Even when you have the right idea, you need allies that share your vision. Conclusion: Icahns' application of wisdom turned ideas into measurable successes. By owning decisions, aligning with stakeholders, and collaborating strategically, he exemplifies how leadership can be both transformative and sustainable. If you're enjoying this, like, share, and subscribe follow for more wisdom and leadership. Reflective question: which significant project or decision in your life could have benefited from sharper ownership and a broader coalition? Chapter 4: The Modern Toolkit. Today's environments require the same core wisdom, but in new arenas: digital product launches, remote teams, and rapid market shifts. Icahns' tenets adapt seamlessly. First, patience in the digital age means not rushing to launch a product before understanding user feedback. Build a minimal viable product, collect data, and iterate. Second, calculated risk becomes choosing which emerging technologies to invest in. Assess the potential market size and your own capacity to succeed before committing resources. Third, relentless curiosity translates to continuous learning. Set aside a week each quarter for deep dives into a new trend or tool that could influence your industry. Value focus now includes data privacy and ethical practices, not just profit margins. Embed these values at the start of every project to align with modern consumer expectations. And stakeholder respect has evolved into fostering inclusive remote cultures. Implement regular virtual check-ins and create channels where team members feel their input shapes strategy. Conclusion: Icahns' legacy teaches that timeless wisdom can be molded to fit contemporary contexts. By applying patience, risk assessment, curiosity, value focus, and respect in new formats, you can lead effectively in any era. If you're enjoying this, like, share, and subscribe follow for more wisdom and leadership. Reflective question: how can you reshape one aspect of your current work to align more closely with Icahns' leadership principles? Chapter 5: The Path Forward. Icahns' teachings converge on a few essential takeaways. 1. Patience unlocks depth. 2. Calculated risk propels action. 3. Curiosity fuels innovation. 4. Value focus ensures relevance. 5. Stakeholder respect builds lasting partnerships. Applying these promises a clearer roadmap for personal growth and leadership excellence. To move forward, set a quarterly personal goal that incorporates all 5 elements. For example, choose a new skill to learn, identify the risk involved, commit to a learning schedule, align the skill with your core values, and share your progress with a mentor or peer group. Also commit to biannual reflection. Ask yourself how your decisions reflected patience and risk balance, if curiosity guided your learning, if you stayed true to value, and whether stakeholders felt respected. Adjust tactics accordingly. In closing, Icahn reminds us that leadership is as much about learning from every outcome as it is about achieving success. Embrace both the victories and the setbacks as chapters in your evolving wisdom journey. If you're enjoying this, like, share, and subscribe follow for more wisdom and leadership. Reflective question: what immediate action will you take to weave Icahns' wisdom into your next leadership decision?